Natasha.
Debbie, the show. We know you said it with us.
We hope you said it with us.
Hi. I found a way to get Natasha to quit playing with her hair.
This is just a normal, typical, average Natasha and Debbie show episode. On the farm.
Welcome to the chaos.
On the farm. Why is that satisfying? Yeah. Hi guys.
If you like today's episode, please hit that like button and also consider subscribing. And check out Natasha's Instagram.
Say what you're going to say. I don't know what's happening.
Anyway, consider subscribing to the channel. It's absolutely free. Getting all this mumbo jumbo out of the way. And
yeah, that's exactly
today's
what it is.
video is...
Well, hold on. Today's video is something I happen to know because I grew up on a farm.
You did?
Yeah, I did. I went to my aunt's house in the summers. A couple times a couple days in the summer. A couple times every summer for my entire first 18 years of my life. So I spent a couple days out there in the summer each year. So I grew up on a farm. I am such a damn city girl. It was so far from everything. Woo!
You were out there.
I was out there watching them do farm stuff from inside the house.
Sitting there having a tea or lemonade. And
I was having a sweet tea.
Sweet tea. Absolutely. Because that's what we do here in America.
I want to know what a British farm looks like. I mean, it's a farm. They're going to look the same, right? But know nothing about any of this stuff, really, even though I did kind of grow up on one. Debbie and I are both just city girls. But I thought this would be really cool to check out. So this is from Flank Farm. And what's this one called?
This is called British Farming. 12 months on a UK farm.
Yes.
In June.
No, we thought this would be cool to look at. And hopefully you guys have an interest in this. And, you know, I have this thought in my head that everyone in the UK can be city or country people. Farm people or city people. I feel like you guys can intertwine this and do this and it would... Whereas here, it's like, no.
Yeah, you're pretty much one
or the other. Do you
agree,
though? Yeah, you're one or the other. You could maybe turn into one after years of training. There's a camp.
Into a city girl? Yeah, I could.
I'm going to start a camp for people like us. We would fail it. Enough of that. We're going to take a look for the first time ever at British farming, 12 months on a UK farm.
It's June already, and it was somewhat unorthodox.
Oh, beautiful.
Mum hired in professional help twice, so naturally, we filmed twice.
Oh, sheep.
Well, we had to show you shearing.
Do you know what? I've sheared in my entire life about 20 sheep. And let me tell you, when you see shearers and they sit there and that sheep sits there and it does what, I can't tell you how difficult it is. I done it at college and oh my God, I thought I was going to die. The sweat and sheep trying to escape and they make it look easy. And let me tell you, that is a tough job.
I wouldn't have thought.
It really is a tough job.
I'm so used to growing up with Mum, trying to do everything possible on her own. Thank goodness shearing isn't one of those things. We needed the professionals.
We've got the boys coming, Dan's coming and Stuart. They're going to come and do the shearing.
How do you actually do that?
Doing the shearing now for me for 3, if not 4
I guess we'll find out.
And they're really great lads. They both own sheep themselves and I really like the way they do the shearing. They're very kind to the sheep. I don't want someone that's going to come here and go 90 miles an hour and think I'm going to be really pleased that they've done it in 2 hours. That doesn't interest me. I want them to treat the sheep nicely. I know they are a pain in the arse and they don't sit still and they wriggle, but I want someone that's going to come here, do the job, do it properly and not be too aggressive with them.
There's a different son every year.
Yeah, that's number 2 one. Well, how many? You got 2 sons, didn't you? Or 3?
I have 2, yeah.
2. Yeah. That's it. Well, get going. We've got another one next year. He's standing here and he don't want lambs flying past him and knocking him over, getting in the way, basically. He just wants to go in, get his ewe, drag it out and do it. And then you don't want lambs leaping through because they just bash into you. They have no...
What does this sheep shearer do is that an all year round, is that a year round job? I don't know.
I don't know if it's year round or not, but I have seen videos of sheep getting sheared before.
I have not. You've watched this?
I have.
I have
it
not.
just mesmerized me.
Is it a good time to mention my aunt's farm was a tobacco farm? They had some horses and stuff. They had cows. Wait,
Yeah.
did they? Did they have cows?
She grew up
I
there.
think they had cows once. They had no sheep. They're not
No
really
sheep.
found in America unless you go to a sheep farm,
Mm-hmm.
which is typically where you find sheep on the sheep farm.
Yeah. I do like that she wants them to
Be
do
done
it
right.
efficiently and still humanely for the sheep. I
Yeah,
love
absolutely. Poor things.
Manners.
They're loud. Debbie, this could be your
They'll
new
put their
job.
special
Two.
shoes on.
Shoes.
Yeah, they have special moccasins.
Why? So they don't step on the
that.
sheep?
A lot of
Oh, is it because the wool getting...
Yep. They usually try to take it out
Does that hurt them?
often.
Or does it feel good?
That I
Or
couldn't tell
neither
you.
thing? They could have to tell us. I would... Oh, man. I mean, it probably feels like shaving a head, right?
I think.
Or not. I don't know. The sheep's like, shut up.
You can't hear yourself. The noise under the shed where those boys are shearing is relentless. It drives you bonkers by the end of the day. You need a stiff drink. Yeah?
That'd be me.
Get him through that. Put his head in there, Ruth. Push his arse up.
Her hat's better than my
Wheelbarrow.
hat.
She does have a cool hat.
It's hot as hell, usually, because you can't shear in the cold weather. So it's usually really, really hot.
Okay.
And the flies, as we're standing there rolling fleeces, the flies are landed. So we're like,
Yeah.
you know, this all the time.
That'd suck.
Watch the flies, they're biting you.
Yeah, that happened on my aunt's farm.
reason-
Always flies constantly.
Mhm.
Yeah, they did have horses. And cows. They had cows.
They did have cows.
It's been a while. No, I remember the flies. They were awful. Look how many there are.
I would think.
Holy crap.
To shear all them.
What would that cost to pay that out to have someone do that? And then, like, what do they make doing that?
Yeah.
And then what do they do in the wintertime when they can't do it? I just want to know.
We shear the sheep is because their wool is this long and it's really hot, and they get a bit of muck on them, and then they get fly strike. The ones that have had it,
Whether they get wet? Flies?
had it on their shoulder.
Is that bad? I'm assuming it's bad.
Sometimes
Ooh.
they go around the back of the sheep, and if they're a bit mucky, the flies come along and think, oh yeah, that smells nice. So they come, yeah, this is where we're going to nest in here. So they start laying their
things?
eggs. They're pretty
Ugh.
sneaky and cunning. Yeah,
So awful for them.
gross. They like dirty fleeces, you know, mucky behinds, rotten feet.
I know a few people that love. That's fine. Hi.
lot
Remember the
Hi.
sheep with mastitis from April?
No.
Well, the injections worked. She's still alive, but this is the aftermath. It's
What?
not very pretty.
I
Like,
knew
come on.
the bag was purple when we done it, so I knew she was
Poor
going to
baby.
lose her bag. Knew it.
Oh, look at it. So little and
Part
cute.
of the charm of filming on a
one.
farm
I
is the unpredictability of it all. June was no different. There was a brilliant little surprise
A
hiding
cutie.
right around the corner.
That's a Brucey bonus. That was born.
A Brucey bonus.
Yeah.
I want that.
Look, that's an immaculate conception. That's it. I'll just leave it at that. The new addition.
Oh, I want to
I
pick
call
up
them
one.
cuckoo lambs. I won't upset her. You're fine. You're fine. You know the cuckoo, the bird. That's what farmers call these little late lambs. You know, these little unexpected gifts.
Although the price is rising,
I'm an
wool is
unexpected gift.
worth
That was.
surprisingly little to farmers. Fleeces
Really?
from over 100 sheep just about cover the cost of Stuart and Dan.
Wow.
It's
That's
only
cover what?
really continued
Shearing.
by most farmers
What?
for the sake of the sheep.
Wow.
I was looking
wow.
at last year's wool check was, I think, 340 quid. I've got to pay Dan and Stuart, obviously.
answering my
A few
questions.
years ago, people were not even bothering to take their wool to the wool staplers
Why?
because it was worthless. But now, thank
Why?
God, it's the most wonderful natural
Wow.
product. They're now using it, you know, in the garden centres and things. They're using it in hanging baskets and
Oh, cool.
insulation, and obviously still use it for the
Garden centres.
carpet industry and stuff. But
Nice.
yeah, it's used a lot more now, which is excellent. Yeah, shearing's
I hope
great.
that's still the
It's
case. I think it's a year or two old.
such a good thing to get out of the way. Every farmer, when they've done their shearing, it's like, oh, thank God for that, another year. It's just like when that wool is off, they must feel like $1 million. The relief for us is great. It must be.
Tell you what, though, what I noticed from her farm versus like just the farms I know, so much greener.
Yes.
So much greener.
Yes.
Ours are more yellow and brown. There's a lot of green ones. Here in Ohio, we have a ton of farmland. We don't live in that area now, thank God.
No,
but,
not right here.
And it is pretty green most of the time. But, the average working farm typically isn't so green.
Fantastic for the animals, eh? Definitely.
June also happens to be around 9 months before you want calves to be born. So we headed over to the yard to catch up with the main man, Jonathan.
Jonathan is going
Is
with
that the cow?
all the cows and calves up Costa. Yeah?
Oh, look, I can
Majority
still play with my
of
hair.
people carve in the spring.
Right.
They carve in May, and then they're all in the sheds anyhow, and you can keep your eye on them, sort them out, tag them, castrate them, do all your treatments
Well,
on
thank
them,
you.
and then they go out for the summer.
And how long does it take before they have a calf?
The gestation is 9 months.
9 months.
9 months. So they've had Charles with them, but now they're going to have Jonathan. They're going to have a change, so I don't know what they're going to make of him. There's going to be some weird reactions, because some of the cows are like, yeah?
They like a...
Oh yeah, they're going to be flirty.
Oh, right.
Oh yeah.
Excited to see it.
Yes, so we want to see
I don't know
how
if I
that
am.
goes.
Okay.
Yeah, when I first got him, I've had him 12 months now. He's just been with small groups, and now he's going with the big. Yeah,
Is it a bull?
let's see how
What
he
are you
gets
talking
on.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
Sarah!
have out a bowl with some cows.
Okay.
Oh,
About to
yeah.
get naughty in
clever.
here.
Thank you.
Dear God, they scare me.
Get a bit of string around
So
there,
big.
so I can jab him.
Jonathan, you're so big. Look at the flies on him.
Oh.
I love his moo so much.
Yeah,
Get
he's in the
gear.
mood, all right.
I'm going to get the trailer around. We're going to load him up and he can go with the cows.
He's very soft, isn't he? Well, that trailer's
He's huge.
struggling under the weight.
I have that problem sometimes too. How does that
Oh, this is
work?
so
How do they act?
fascinating.
This is
Uh-oh.
freaking awesome. This is fun. Look at this dude. He's like, he knows it. Look
He's
at
the dude.
the ladies are like, hi.
What do you think then, Jonathan? Aren't they gorgeous?
I don't think he finds one that's his type.
Bulling, so we're going to have some nice calves, hopefully. Oh, girls, new fella. Jonathan, meet Jonathan, girls. What do you reckon, Sandy?
Little one.
The other professional help we sought was in the form of really, really big and really, really cool machinery.
We have someone in to do our mowing and
would hope so.
to do our silage making. I don't have a baler. I
My aunt's
don't
farm
really
did that
like
stuff.
sitting on tractors. I can think of nothing worse. I'd rather muck out a barn, to be quite honest with you. I can mow fields. I've got a mower that I can mow, but it's a drum mower and it's a sweet little darling, and
Oh,
I
that's
use it all the
neat.
time. But you know, okay, then something that takes him 3 hours would take me 8. Yeah. And I've never had a tractor with a radio, I think they call it, or air conditioning. No,
That's a thing?
I
Wow, didn't know
am
that.
Yeah.
in a tractor, which I absolutely love.
Makes sense.
But, you know, my backside gets really, really stiff.
I'm with you,
and-
lady.
Right.
But I do like going around, because when you're sitting there, you do a lot of thinking. But no, I let him do that. That's what he does. And I don't have to do anything. I just have to find the money to pay him.
I am not responsible enough to be operating heavy machinery.
That's a lot of land.
Yeah, and we see those around here a lot, those big bales like
Yeah.
that. And gosh.
I couldn't imagine how
That
much a
is so
machinery
much
alone
work.
cost.
Well, yeah, and like she said, sitting there like that, that's a
Yeah.
lot. Oh,
That's
Lord.
incredible.
That's a lot. It's so much to have a farm.
It is.
Yeah,
A
it's
lot of
so much.
responsibility.
And I don't want to have that level of responsibility in my life. I wonder how many of you would ever consider moving to that type of lifestyle.
Or do you already?
Oh, let us know if you do. It'd be interesting. This is
June is
fascinating.
really not a cheap month. And if you thought your
Oh,
dog
this
or your
is
cat
just the
was
month of June.
expensive,
I guess there's a whole series of
think
the
about
whole.
feeding a cow.
Sorry.
Cattle are the most expensive things to keep. They just eat me out of house and home.
So that's what summer becomes, an exercise in harvesting everything available in preparation for another winter.
So we have made some silage, and I have got a contractor in the village that I've known since I was a little girl. I just say, Mick, can you come?
I don't know where
He's
they're
an
at.
absolute angel. So he comes. He's got a mower that cuts from here to that wall,
John Deere.
and it's a mower conditioner. So it not only cuts it, it bruises it as well. So that will make quicker because it's been bruised, the grass. We'll go up and see the grass up in the field, and then we'll leave it to cook on the top, and you'll see when you go up there, it's really cooked on the top, and the smell is just beautiful.
Oh, I hate the smell
And
of
what he'll
fresh cut
do
grass.
then, he's going to come up later, he's going to flick it into rows, and he's got one of these massive blooming gret things. I can't tell you the size.
That's
It's
cool.
And it will put 2
Right.
into 3, 4 rows into one. So you're saving on diesel, and then
Can you imagine what people like 100 years ago, even 70 years ago, thought? Well, you were about to say, weren't you?
Exactly what I was thinking. I'm like,
What we're here for. Mind.
doing that stuff without machinery like we
Yeah.
have nowadays.
Isn't that crazy? It's like the amount of labor people used to put
Right.
into things versus now how easy we do have it.
Mhm.
Even though it is expensive, it's still.
And it's still hard.
Oh yeah, of course
Still
it is.
time consuming,
but
but-
not compared to what it was. I mean,
No.
my grandma grew up on a farm. My grandpa did not, but yeah, the stories I heard were just like, are you freaking joking?
Mhm.
Like, we are. Yeah, I'm.
Yeah.
he's
Mass
going to
respect.
bale it and wrap it.
Hay is
And
dried
now too.
grass. It's
gonna
baled
do-
so it can be stored easily for winter. And silage is essentially pickled hay, in which you seal
Pickled.
the bales to keep oxygen out, which then ferments. It's more expensive to produce because there's the additional step of wrapping.
It's like black cling film. It's really fascinating. It's fantastic. I see it now and I think it's amazing
That's cool.
how those things work. And
Okay,
they
I wanna do
scoop them up and they're whizzing around. Then they chuck them down. And now the ironic thing is, it's all perfectly beautiful, lovely, And then I come along and I make a hole in them. Yeah, which is pretty rubbish.
Well, you gotta pick it up somehow.
So I've got all my trailers and I've carpeted. I keep all the carpets so they're all nicely carpeted, and then I have to make a hole in them, get them on the trailer, and then I have to try and get in the same holes. I don't usually make that, but go in and then I put them on the heap. But
This
that's
is so
how
much work, man.
I
It's
will one day.
just
Perhaps I'll
crazy
put
to
it
me.
on my Christmas
Wow.
list so you boys can all get me one. I'll have one of those squeezers, bale squeezers. But at the minute I've got my double spikes, and so that's how I do it. All these farmers are going, oh my God.
Make hay when the sun shines. They say the best fodder is made in June, as that's when the grass is at its most nutritious. But you need around 5 consecutive dry days, and we live in England.
When it's
Well
like
said.
this, on a day like
Very
this,
hard.
we've got a nice forecast, it's beautiful. It's not always beautiful.
I thought that was really, really beautiful, well filmed. I mistakenly thought that was the title messed me up. It just says June at the end. I didn't even see that. Sorry about that. Thought we were watching a whole year,
Mhm.
but still, just seeing 1 month, it's like, oh my god, it's just a month. And June is right. It's knocking
coming.
on the door.
It'll be
Like
here
we're here.
quickly.
So I was thinking about that too, watching this. Like this is what they're about to do. Like a lot of places,
Mhm.
and that's so much to like have to be ready for, prepared for.
It is.
Wow. I know I said it's easier now, right? It is. But still, like you said too, it's not easy. None of this
Yes.
is easy. And what an undertaking, what responsibility, what a job, what so many different things to do. And this is just a spit in the bucket.
And there you go.
Yeah. It is. Just a spit in the bucket of
It
what
definitely is. I mean, it all
life is like.
and too, it depends on what kind of farm you're on, what you're growing, what you're
Mhm.
raising.
Hope you guys enjoyed it. Please leave a like if you did. And even if you didn't, you watched it. So and consider subscribing to the channel. We'd appreciate it.
And also, guys, don't forget to join us over on Patreon. We've got a lot of videos over there that are never going to be on YouTube.
that's one way of putting it.
That is.
There's a lot of questions I have about the farming stuff though. So anything in the comments, just drop it about the farming. I just want to know.
Mhm.
Like what is the number one thing to farm in the United Kingdom? That's my biggest question as far as the farming stuff goes. But I would like to know, what is the most profitable thing to farm? I don't even know what that is here.
Nothing legal.
Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this episode, and we'll see you on the next one. So, as always, guys, please love like Jazz.
Be as strong as Tyson.
Yeehaw!